What I am about to show you is how psychological warfare works in our everyday lives. Check this video out and we're going to talk about it in a second.
What you might be thinking, these two circles are not equal. I repeat, these two circles are not equal. One is in fact larger than the other. What I need you to do is determine which one that is.
So right now, I need everybody in the comments to tell me which circle do you think is larger than the other one.
So please raise your hand if you believe the blue circle is larger than the red. All right. Please raise your hand if you believe the red circle is larger than the blue. All right, very good.
So right now, comment below which circle is the biggest, because one of these circles is bigger than the other. Let me know, red or blue. Comment now. I'm going to come back to the answer, but first I have to show you this.
It's the video of the sniper taking a shot. It is exactly what you think it would look like, but it's one of the hardest things I've ever had to watch. I think everything's been proven. I think it's.
He said it's one of the hardest things he ever had to watch.
I think it's proven. I would say beyond probable cause at this point. I think that the question for me is how do you even get reasonable doubt when there's so much evidence? But
so much evidence. That is an example of what we're talking about. The subtle psychological warfare. Saying certain things that would slowly make you either ignore reality or start looking at things in a different way, which will actually cause you to have cognitive dissonance if these small confirmations keep popping up on social media. And that is what the psychological warfare is meant to do. It's meant to put you in a position where you don't necessarily believe your own eyes or your own thoughts. So let's keep going.
The thing that I do just have to say is that I know that you guys watching on live stream couldn't see the last video that was shown. Well, it wasn't edited. It was zoomed in. It was zoomed in from surveillance video off campus, and specifically the part of the Losi Center, the roof, and
you see everything. But he didn't say it was a different video. He just said it was zoomed in. But we all know when you zoom in on a video, it looks worse. It looks pixelated. It looks more fuzzy. So according to what he's saying, and this is the psychological side of this, the court purposely made it where we as the public could not see the video. But guess what? It was the same video that everybody else seen. But with him simply saying the public didn't see this video was crazy. This video is all the evidence we need. But let's keep going.
He climbs over, he assembles a gun, he runs over to the edge, gets down in a prone position.
Okay.
And you see the time, and we all know what time.
The time.
And it was like so slow, just watching those seconds click.
So right here, he's saying click, click, click. Do you know why? Because you can't see anything. The only thing he's doing is saying the timestamp is telling him when the person got the shot off. That's literally what he's saying. To a certain degree, he's trying not to blatantly lie, even though he already lied because he said the video is clearer and is all the evidence we need. But he's trying not to lie on camera, but he can't help it because everything he's saying is a lie. But the timestamp versus his eyes is what he wants the viewer to trust.
And then you see him take the shot. And he takes the shot and then immediately runs. We've seen that video already, but I wasn't prepared to see this side of what happened because
we'll see what he's seen in a second.
Never seen it before. We saw the other end of the shot, obviously, but this was a whole other level of just evil.
A whole nother level of evil when we see this video that they seen that we didn't see.
I got very upset watching it. I wish the public could see that. I hope that video was made public. Not because I want it to happen. I didn't want any of this to happen. I hate all of this. I hate being here. But people need to see what happened. People need to see the other side of this.
You said you hate being here. You are asked to be here by Erika Kirk. Erika Kirk asked the majority of you to come to this hearing in order for you to spin the narrative on what actually happened in court, because they already know one of us are going to be in the courtroom. So they need you to spin the narrative the other way because they know we're going to say something that is the opposite of you. And what we're going to say is what we actually seen. So she is most likely paying each one of you, the tater tot dude, all y'all, to actually come in and lie on camera and say, oh my God, it's overwhelming evidence. And she wants each one of you to go online or do these interviews and say overwhelming evidence in order to psychologically manipulate the public into thinking, oh, it's over. Tyler Robinson did it. You heard what he said? And then this other guy said the same thing. Then the tater tot dude said the same thing. So therefore, case closed. It's over. But guess what? I have a trick for everybody. Keep watching.
The fact that we have this video at all, and if people are going to split hairs over whether or not we can actually see a finger, in the trigger well and pull.
So right here, they called him out and called him an idiot all on X and said, sir, you didn't see anything. Why did you lie like that? And now he's like, well, if you want to split hairs about whether you've seen a finger, sir, you said this is overwhelming evidence and you couldn't sleep at night because the video was so clear and horrific. Sir, you sound crazy. Just say what you have to say with your chest and don't backpedal. If you lied, just say you lied, sir.
You've completely lost the plot at this point.
You completely lost the plot. What is the plot? It sounds like the plot is psychological manipulation, because the other weirdos that were also invited to this, that either work for Turning Point USA or works with Turning Point USA, they were lying also. So this whole thing is a psychological operation, a subtle psychological operation, in order to get the public to disregard what they actually saw with their own eyes and make them think, well, maybe there's another video that I didn't see that they saw that actually proves Tyler Robinson did it. So because of that, I think he did it.
If that's the level you're going to, the idea that we have this video that exists, that is one of the most stunning moments, one of the most impactful moments in modern history.
The most stunning moment in history. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you this video that he's bragging about. And at the same time, I want you to listen to what he was lying about earlier.
Losi Center, the roof, and you see everything. You see everything.
You see everything.
He climbs over, he assembles a gun, he runs over to the edge, gets down in a prone position.
This is embarrassing.
And you see the
So he got down in prone position.
And we all know what time. And it was like so slow. Just watching those seconds. Click, click, click. And then you see him take the shot. And then immediately runs. And
I didn't see him take a shot. I didn't see him take a shit. I didn't see him take a piece of candy.
I knew we were going to watch.
I see him running. Or is that an ant?
Prepared to see.
So now, with all that being said, let's go back to the original quiz about the red and the blue circles. And remember your answer that you put in the comments. Which circle is bigger, red or blue? And if you didn't comment now before I play this.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions.
Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
What you might be thinking, these two circles are not equal. I repeat, these two circles are not equal. One is in fact larger than the other. What I need you to do is determine which one that is.
Let's go.
Before I said anything about these two circles, what was your first instinct? Equal, right? Because they look equal. And the reason why they look equal is because in fact they are equal. These two circles are identical. Yet I got just about every one of you to raise your hand and say that they're not. So what do we learn? That you can be manipulated like that to believe in something that goes against your natural instincts. Just imagine, as a child, you're taught that the blue circle is larger than the red. If you say it enough times, you convince yourself that's the truth. If you're told the lie enough times, it becomes part of your reality. And if enough people are taught that lie, that the blue circle is larger than the red,
or if Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk, or if Erika Kirk is actually a victimized widow instead of allegedly being a part of the Italian mob.
So like the Lebanese Italian side of me is like, I know a guy. The Lebanese Italian side of me is like, I know a guy.
well, now it becomes part of the culture. And if that culture then passes that misinformation along to the next generation, well, now it becomes tradition.
And this is exactly what Turning Point USA and everybody on that side is systematically attempting to do. I'm saying attempting because I don't think it's working, mainly because we are here. And that's the reason why they hate all of us, Candace, Barron, everybody else, because we are actually reconfiguring your brain to be able to believe exactly what you see. Because what they are doing is most likely something that they learn from being at Fort Huachuca. And for those who don't know, Fort Huachuca in particular specializes in psychological warfare, psychological programming. This is how your brain works. You see with your eyes, but you also interpret with your brain. So you can see something, but then interpret the same thing that you see as something else. So there's seeing and there's interpreting. So they're trying to psychologically manipulate the public into interpreting something that they actually see and make what they see as something totally different. In other words, there's overwhelming evidence. Overwhelming evidence. Erika Kirk is a widow. Erika Kirk is a victim. All of these word tracks are meant to psychologically change the way you see everything you see.
You literally see the same video that we've all seen. The video, it's the same camera angle of the guy jumping off the roof, which is allegedly Tyler Robinson. It's the same camera angle, you guys. All it does is pan over to the left and zooms in slightly, and you see a figure on the roof, but it does not zoom in 4K like Benny Johnson says.
Right.
You cannot see Tyler Robinson's face. It could be anyone. It literally could be anyone.
And shout out to Brandon and Billy. These are two amazing women. They are down there, or they were down there. They were actually in the courtroom representing truth. And to be honest with you, if it wasn't for them, the Psyop would have worked, because nobody else from our side would have actually seen the other video, which isn't the other video. It's the same damn video. But if nobody was in the courtroom to see the other video, we would have been forced to believe the weirdos. So shout out to these ladies, because they literally saved the day.
You literally see the same video that we've all seen. The video, it's the same camera angle of the guy jumping off the roof, which is allegedly Tyler Robinson. It's the same camera angle, you guys. All it does is pan over to the left and zooms in slightly, and you see a figure on the roof, but it does not zoom in 4K like Benny Johnson says. You cannot see Tyler Robinson's face. It could be anyone. It literally could be anyone. It does not zoom in well enough at all for you to be able to tell who it is. You can see someone crouching down. You cannot see anyone pulling a trigger. There is no sound. People are saying oh, there was sound. You could hear the gunshot. That is an absolute lie. No sound at all. So that is literally the angle.
This is the video, or this is the photo that you posted on X, Brandy. And
yes.
It was literally, so tiny man on the roof. It might have been slightly zoomed in like that.
Exactly.
Little figure on a roof. It's like maybe the cars on the ground.
The judge told the media to turn off all cameras and allowed the full enhanced footage of the murder to play. Every moment of Tyler Robinson that day captured in full quality HD.
Let me know what you think in the comments. And before you guys go, make sure to click on the screen and watch this next video or my Erika Kirk playlist. Talk to y'all later.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions.
Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like